You tell me. You already tell my name.
I know, you're Priya. I'm a ghost, you see.
Who is besides me right now?
Which side?
Ooh!
In my left-hand side?
I think that's Mimi.
Mimi?
I have a bit of fun with that. It's not often you get an opportunity to see scammers on their own CCTV and at the same time actually do a little trick to them. So they thought they were speaking to victims, but in fact they were always speaking to me.
Hi, sir. My name is Carolina Fernandez. I am calling you from the Microsoft.
Okay, does she sound like a Carolina Fernandez? Really? That's a first red flag. That's a first red flag. And I'm not trying to, you know what I'm saying, but does she sound like a Carolina Fernandez, bro? Come on.
Oh, hi, Priya.
You know, this will work against like old white people, to be quite honest, because that's what, I mean, to them, we all sound the same. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Hi.
Who are you?
So I don't know about you, but I've definitely been on the receiving end of somebody trying to literally scam me out of every single cent that I have. And thankfully there's one guy named Jim Browning who's working against scammers to beat them at their own game. Let's see how he does it.
Ma'am, do you think that we are working out here for money? Do you think that we are going to take your money?
I don't know how much you bought, but just stop. You're about to be scammed right now.
$3,000. And then he took my $17,000 out of my account.
Scams are still running rampant across the country.
He's crying. Sir, everything will be okay.
I'm going to help you out. How you need to send this money?
You're telling me you want me to enter my bank information?
I disrupt multi-million-dollar scams.
She lost her life savings to an elaborate internet scam.
You can see their webcams or CCTV, and I can actually look these people in the eye as they're scamming people.
But trust me, the way you were speaking to me, no one in my entire life has spoken to me like this.
The scammers want to steal money, and they want to steal all of your money.
So I'm a little nervous. That's almost everything I have.
So I've managed to close down scam call centers. I've persuaded the police to raid them. I'm Jim Browning. I'm one of the world's best-known scam baiters.
Right off the bat, this guy seems like somebody you don't want to mess with.
Scam baiting is the art of taking scammers off their scripts. And what I do is turn the tables on those scammers.
How can you define me as a scam?
Well, you've been lying to me the whole time.
So I reverse the scam. That is bound to rattle a few people.
This is Chris Young, sir. I'm a Windows certified technician.
I try and keep my identity reasonably secret because no matter what way you look at this, you're disrupting criminal organizations.
This is Julia calling you from Microsoft.
There's certainly thousands of people that I've saved.
No way. Yo, and it's so crazy because I've actually lived through this. So this is, yo, and you know those calls where you get them and it's like, I don't know if it's necessarily someone breathing but I'll get a call and it's like, just like, it'll pick up for like 5 seconds and then end. The call will end. And I don't understand it. What's the point of that? What is somebody? There's somebody on the other line that's listening to me that wants to grab my voice or confirm that it's the person that they wanted to call so that they can sell my data to other people. Like, what is the point of that? It's not even like all that creepy. It's just like it's like a person doing a B&E on a complete stranger and then going in and taking only the batteries to the remote controller that, you know, powers on the TV.
There's well over $1 million that has been saved. One woman in New York,
You're on the line, okay?
Okay.
she had actually told the scammers just how much was in her bank account.
Do I have to tell you? Because we will make sure that you have this amount of money and you don't lose even a single penny out of it.
Don't say that. Don't do it.
At the moment, 1,874,000. 36? 1.8 million almost.
But I was able to call.
Yo, first of all, okay, if your bank is calling you, your bank will know how much you have in your account. You don't have to tell them to confirm. If anything, they should be confirming with you. You know what I mean? But I mean,
her bank to make sure that the bank staff were aware that she was being scammed. Unbelievably, some people, even though I speak to them directly and say, look, you're being scammed, they will trust the scammer more than me. I called up one victim.
I don't know what you told my bank.
I'd noticed a file on a scammer's computer, which was a wire transfer to Thailand.
It was an international transfer that I needed to make. Whatever it was is of no concern of yours.
She told me, look, this is none of your business.
Scammers have found a new way to try and get your personal information. You are a prime target for the latest Amazon scam.
Yo, could you imagine, like, literally trying to save somebody from losing $36,000 and them telling you, dog, just mind your business. I know what I'm doing. I think like, bro, I can handle it from here.
Probably about a year ago, the victim was in Canada. The scammers were pretending to be Amazon.
Dear customer, we have detected a suspicious activity on your Amazon account.
It just so happened that the day before they tried that scam on me, and I happened to be able to reverse that scam. So I had access to that PC, so I could see and hear what was going on that. The scammer made it look as if they zeroed his bank account, and unfortunately the victim believed them, and what they told him to do was go and buy gift cards.
I left the store, my money in my bank. Every month, if I have to do something to get the money back, so you just 2,000. Then we're going to do the refund on the stupid. So,
I knew what his mobile phone number was, but of course he was on the call with the scammer, so I couldn't get through to him. But thankfully, at just the right moment, the cell phone coverage cut out.
hello?
Hello, Joe. Please stop. Do not buy gift cards. You're about to be scammed.
Oh, I know that, but I already took my money out of my
No,
bank.
he hasn't. He edited your screen when your computer was black. Please stop. I don't know how much you bought, but just stop right now.
$2,000.
If I hadn't made that phone call, he would definitely have lost all of that money.
Hi, ma'am. A very good day to you. This is
That's crazy. But my question is, how does Jim like call these people? How does he know who's getting scammed and when? Like, how does he do this? How is he doing this? I don't understand the technology here. Or is like,
Olivia Roger,
I
and I'm
understand
calling from the Security
method.
Department of Commonwealth Bank.
I can only do this for a little while because scammers, as you can imagine, get a bit suspicious. So I only really have a very limited opportunity to help. Sometimes I only get access for maybe 1 or 2 hours. Sometimes it can be days or weeks. And over that time, I try to find out exactly who the people are that are doing the scams, where they are, and if I can get any more information about other victims, I'll try to pick that up and pass it on to the right authorities, because there's nothing more frustrating than watching them scam victim after victim, day after day.
Thank you for getting connected to the cancellation department of Norton. My name is Nick. How may I help you?
I deliberately don't say exactly how I do it because scammers then become aware of that. I can't see other
Right.
computers without them
Yeah.
having scammed me.
that is smart.
Just
See,
think about
I'm
how
sitting
this
over here
works.
wondering
And
like how the heck this man is doing this and not thinking if he tells me how he does this, then he would literally tell the people who he's trying to disband how he's doing it, and then they can find a workaround. So I'm better off being stuck in the void here.
hung up the phone with me, I can
We
still
all
listen
are.
in to calls.
Hey, why are you crying, man? You're a very good man. Why are you crying?
Also, why are there like cameras in these call centers, like just to make sure the scammers aren't doing anything crazy, or to make sure they're working or something? I don't get it, because like, don't they realize that somebody can hack, not even hack into, but just literally, I don't know. Like, how are we getting this footage?
No, sir. Everything will be okay. Don't worry, okay? Yeah. Now, promise me you won't cry again, okay?
I only ever get a...
There's no shot this scammer is like trying to... He's like, bro, like, I'm here to help you out. And the dude on the phone is like losing everything that he owns. And the scammer has like no remorse at all, bro. This guy has like... He has zero concern for this guy.
Snapshot
He's
of
been
what's
in the
going on.
business for a minute.
On a particular computer, I can see just what's happening on that computer. But if I happen to hit a computer which is owned by maybe like a boss, you can see much more interesting stuff going on.
People are writing checks?
This is Julia calling you from Microsoft.
The scam call centers are amazingly well organized. I've even seen ones which have performance evaluations. There's almost a language.
Could you imagine like a whole Salesforce team revolved around scamming? Like, look at this.
Amazingly well organized. I've even seen ones which have performance.
Bruh. That is wild. So it looks like they're pumping out like 10 calls, maybe like 8 calls an hour, depending on how high. Wow. But then after like 12, because they're like overseas, it definitely slows down. This is crazy.
Evaluations. There's almost a language that goes around it. They never use the word scams. They use processes. And the people that they steal money from, they're not victims, they're customers. Sadly, about 95% of them tend to be from India.
95% of scammers are in India? 95? 95. That's a lot. Is my girlfriend scamming me?
The very biggest scam
She said
call centers
maybe.
employ hundreds. The people at the top there will literally make millions of dollars per year. You've got
Millions of dollars a year.
But for a lot of people, sadly, that's okay. The kind of typical profile of a scammer is someone usually who's fairly young, typically fresh out of college. They deliberately target people who are looking for jobs and a way of making quick money. The people who work in scam call centers earn the equivalent of a year's salary in just a day or two.
Jeez.
I'm monitoring an organization at the moment where the scammers are...
Could you imagine them like, yo, they have a whole call center. I wonder if like, do the police like crack down on this or like what's going on? Because also, could you imagine like flexing, like, bro, I just made your entire year in like 5 hours in India. That shit's crazy. That's crazy.
Literally sleeping on the floor of the scam call center. They will typically target people in the USA, so they sleep during the Indian daytime. Nothing.
That's what I was just saying.
Hello.
We are calling you to make you aware about your computer problem, okay?
Okay.
There was one scam call center in Kolkata in India which happened to have CCTV.
Could you imagine getting a call that literally says we're calling you about your computer problem and you're on your computer and it's working fine, and you, I don't know, man, you just randomly believe. I'm sorry because this has happened to me, right? Or it almost happened to me, but like I don't know, I caught them, I guess.
And because I could see their dialing system, I could also listen in to each of the calls. So obviously the scammers give fake names, but I was able to piece together just by listening to calls what the fake name was, what the real name was, and I also engineered things so that even though they were making outbound
This
calls,
guy's like a whole
I could
date
dial them
line.
directly and speak to them. So they thought they were speaking to victims, but in fact they were always speaking to me.
Hi, sir. My name is Carolina Fernandez. I am calling you from the Microsoft.
Okay, does she sound like a Carolina Fernandez? Really? That's a first red flag. And I'm not trying to, you know what I'm saying, but does she sound like a Carolina Fernandez, bro? Come on.
Oh, hi, Priya.
You know, this will work against like old white people, to be quite honest, because that's what, I mean, to them, we all sound the same. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Hi.
Who are you?
I'm a ghost.
Tell me my name. You know very well. I know that.
Oh, I know your name. I know everybody's name.
Yes. You tell me. You already tell my name.
I know, you're Priya. I'm a ghost, you see.
Who is besides me right now?
Which side?
Oh!
In my left-hand side.
I think that's Mimi.
Mimi?
I have a bit of fun with that. It's not often you get an opportunity to see scammers on their own CCTV and at the same time actually do a little trick.
See, so not only is this guy like, he's hacked into the CCTV, literally. And I don't understand, like, why do they have closed circuit television in a call center? Like, why? Just pop in and out. You don't need to micromanage your scammers. Like, scammers will find a way around the camera. That's their whole thing.
Thank you for calling technical department. You're talking to Sam. How can I help you?
Anyone can be scammed. I even fell for a scam myself last year where somebody from Google told me that I had duplicate IDs, and I do happen to have 2 IDs. I went as far as actually being convinced to delete my own channel, and it took a while to recover that. So although I didn't fully lose the channel, it was annoying to me, as you can imagine, that somebody actually managed to scam me. Anyone can be scammed. The circumstances just has to be right. If you're just not on your A game, if you're feeling a little bit off, if something is just
Anyone can get it. Don't be a fool. Be smart. Anyone can get it. All right, you heard it from this guy. Anyone can get it. 3, 2, 1, and scammer gets scammed.